we have another 2022 Indian Chieftain Thunderstroke 116 in the bay. And I have to say, I'm super excited because this customer reached out to us. We had some conversation. He drove all the way down from Maryland, did a quick turn and burn trip, dropped the bike off. We were here at 10 p.m. He got right back on the road with his wife and went right back to Maryland. He's entrusted us to try some new stuff on this bike, and it's already got a system in it, so we're gonna show you that, take it out, and get this bike upgraded. I just kind of rattled on there for a minute, and also, hey, I've gotten smarter. The sun, the glasses helps out. So real quick, so I can show you this bike. The bike already has a system. Somebody put a Cicada audio amplifier in the brake side saddlebag, which baffles me because that's the hardest saddlebag to get wires through the subframe. We'll show you that, and then we'll show you how it's done. But I'm also a lot of respect for the way the shop did it. I'm not sure who did it. Doesn't really matter, but I actually have a lot of props for how it sits in there. I'll show you in a second. It's got CXX 5 1/4 in the fairing, CX 6 1/2 in the lids. So we're gonna tear all of that out. The only thing we're maintaining is the CXX 5 1/4 in the fairing, because we're adding Dirty Bird 8-inch lowers, our Davidson Audio 8-inch lids in the back, and a combination of CXX speakers and CMX speakers to make this system really pop, and hopefully trying a new amplifier on this setup to give it even more power. So let's show you the bike, let you listen to how it sounds now, and then get it in the bay because myself and Scott are ready to tear this bike apart. First and foremost, the color on this 22 Chieftain, oh, so beautiful. It's like a primer gray with a little bit of a sandstone in it. I don't know what color it is exactly. I think it's actually quartz. Metallic or something like that. Beautiful, beautiful color. But the bike's fairly stock. The gentleman did put a Buffalo air horn on there. We're gonna end up shifting that just slightly back, but it should clear the Dirty Bird 8-inch lowers. Obviously, we'll show you that. The OEM footrest will just have to be slightly cocked out. The customer bought this bike used. It already had LEDs on it, so he asked us just to pull them all off because he doesn't use them and he doesn't care for them. KST bars, he's got a phone mount. Get that 116 Indian air cleaner. That is gonna have to get switched out. He brought us a Lloyd's. Nothing against that air cleaner, it's just, it's gonna be in the way of our 8-inch lowers, so the Lloyd's air cleaner will clearance that just fine. He's got the Pathfinder driving lights, but this is where we're more curious about. All right. So CXX 5 1/4 there, CX 6 1/2 here, and then there's the amplifier on the way in the back. The reason I say this is the most difficult side, if you watch any of our videos, that's the only hole that you have here. So that's a lot of wire to get stuff through there, and honestly, he's probably got really small, I mean, it only takes 8 gauge for that amplifier, so I'll be curious to see how that looks. Obviously, we'll show you all that once we get it torn apart. But what I'm actually impressed with is they use expanded PVC, which we use that a lot, to build this beauty panel over it to help prevent anything from getting stuck on it. The only downfall is like right here, it is open. So customer could end up losing some stuff down there. But in all honesty, that's actually super impressive. This is the first time we've seen a shop take that much effort into making a panel like that. So whoever did that, kudos to you. I actually think it came up pretty darn good. Let's see. Yep, this saddlebag. They use the OEM, and that's the OEM wiring. So I'll be curious to see. I bet you, yeah, if I had to take a guess, I bet you they spliced into the wiring over here somehow. Or maybe they put the correct connector on it. So let's go ahead and listen to this, see how it sounds now, and then we're gonna get it in the bay and get it torn apart.
You lost or something? The last thing that you want to hear is some horses pulling up to the boat gate. Catch a Would the Lord forgive me if I killed a beat? Would it be a sin if I had did it for the Trinity? Jesus said that we should have affection for our enemies. Then he flipped the tables, think I'm picking up the recipe. I just drop hot clothes on, I hate a hat. Kindness, and I'm just spineless. Now that shit I let in Nashville when you find us. Get it in the middle of the city like a Ryman. Real life looking like gold, real Leviathan. Hope to bite fish, didn't need Poseidon. I don't pop a pill, I need a verse, not a Vicodin. Feeling like Daniel Cormier in a lion's den. Had the dog out Simba, but the backwoods like they called out timber. Had a hater tell me that the tribe not the best. Man, that's feeling like a stretch, and you got that limbo. Everything I love, that's a reach. Idiot. Tribe say lies, but kill rappers, y'all some hypocrites. Hey.
Worshiping God on the 808, now they gon' call me the Bible thumper. Worshiping God on the 808, now they gon' call me the Bible thumper. Bible thumper, Bible thumper, Bible thumper. Worshiping God on the 808, now they gon' call me the Bible thumper.
Let's go.
Worshiping God in the 808, now they gon' call me the Bible thumper. Giving them praise on the day to day, keep it authentic, I'm done with the covers. Yeah, I was there talking to God and he telling me underlay. Go get your brothers, we ready, no other way. Call that Kagama, he hopped out the kitchen, big cooker with butter. They thought that I stuttered, I did it. Call me the Christian Cardona, my
Before we go getting this bike torn apart, I wanted to show you that. After listening to it, the CX and the CXX line sound really good. I think they are, what I've explained to customers is, it's like, you've got OEM, which is the 50 watt speakers that come standard on these bikes, 5 1/4, 6 1/2, whatever. Then you have OEM Plus, which is the power band Gen 1 and 2, which are your 100 watt speakers. And I really don't like talking wattage because it's an arbitrary number. It's, in my opinion, it's more of a marketing thing. But anyways, we'll separate video on that. I would consider the CX line like OEM plus plus. It's an upgrade from the power bands. It's an upgrade from any of that. Like when we go to Harley's, the Boom Audio, they're an upgrade to that as well. And then you get the CXX line, which is where we're getting into our aftermarket realm. They are aftermarket speakers. I'm just trying to put it in perspective of where those would go. So like when we do these systems, if we were to do a full, just like our 800.4 or Cicada's version of that, FLX 704 in all CXX, that is gonna be like your OEM plus plus. It's an upgrade from power band. I'm gonna do a separate video on that, but I wanted to show you the system now. And the reason I wanted to show you that, and I got a close up of those speakers, is because you can see those CX 6.5s flexing and fluttering really darn well. And you can see I didn't have the volume very high because I can already tell, one, CX speakers should not be flexing that much. I already know that from my experience. So that tells me is that CX 150 amp, I gotta see if that's the DSP version or just the non-DSP version. Either they have the crossovers way too low, probably 80 to give them more bass, but then when you do that, you're pushing those speakers beyond their limitations and they're gonna start distorting. They're already exceeding the motor structure, the capability of those speakers. So that's why I didn't wanna turn it up. I don't wanna destroy the customer stuff. He can still sell that amp and those speakers. I just wanted to show you all that. I'm gonna go inside before we take it all apart, see if it is a DSP amp. I'm curious to see what it's set up as. And then we're gonna show you how they tied into it. And again, that's not to bash the shop that did it. It's just to show you how other people are doing it versus the Davidson Audio way. So let's get this bike in there. We're gonna get it torn apart and we're gonna show you along the process, all right? We have this 22 Chieftain all torn apart now. All right, so I wanted to take a moment to show you all what we got going on here. And to be honest with you, this doesn't surprise me. We actually see this quite a bit. And this is the problem when people jump into these bikes that haven't done them. And like I said, I'm not bashing the shop that did this at all. It's just something we see very, very common because people don't understand that 2019 to current Indians are not like the older ones where you could just simply tag off the speakers. They have the big amplifier up there that you can either remove or just take the output signal and go. So what this shop did, we're going to start at the front, or whoever this installer is. They ran up this umbilical cable that goes all the way to the back. I don't know exactly what the color coordinating they did here is, but it looks like what they did is they tagged into the OEM wiring going to the speaker locations on both sides to utilize the OEM wiring. They tagged in all sorts of wiring. So what we're gonna have to do is end up cutting this wiring and repinning these connectors completely. We do it quite a bit because we see this quite often. And what leads me to believe that is they stole power, ground, switched power, and the speaker outputs for these, because you can do, this one will do the saddlebags, this one will do the fairing. And what leads me to believe that is, one, not just the fact that they smashed this wire in here on both sides so we couldn't even pull it out, but you can see here they tagged into the speaker wires here to power their aftermarket speakers. So we will end up cutting this and repinning it to go back into these connectors. Depending, we may solder this and repair it. We'll just have to see how bad it is. So yeah, these are gonna have to get completely, we'll end up cutting these completely and repinning it, because we have tried to just clean this wiring up and we run into a nightmare later. So yeah, this is all gonna come out. So that's the front. And then you can see their umbilical coming back here. They just left it on the outside, brought it down, they shoved it through that opening, and then they have some 8-gauge wire. This is Stinger Pro, so at least they use good wire. Here's the fuse holder for the 8-gauge power. The ground they took, directly to the battery there. Now also, again, this bike did have some LED lights, which we are going to go through and remove. This is for the air horn, so we'll clean that stuff up. It looks like, oh yep, we got a bunch of solder tags on this that we're going to have to figure out as well, because this is all chewed up now too. Here's the OEM wiring for the Saddlebag lid speakers, and you can see again, they cut the OEM wiring, the connectors underneath here, and went to the aftermarket speakers. We don't do that either, but what we got underneath here, and there's nothing wrong with how they did this part. They use an LC2i Pro. This is a powered line out converter. So these are actually pretty decent to allow stuff to come into it and out. So this is how they're taking the super, super low voltage signal and boosting it up to send power to their, this is the CX150.4D, so that is a DSP amplifier. So that's how they're getting this super low voltage signal from there to there. But again, here's the umbilical. Here's the speaker outputs tied into it, and then they tagged out here for power, ground, and your line level signals here. So the big no-no here is there's no way to take this bag off. You're not getting this bag off. So had this customer gone to the dealership to get a tire done, they would have probably turned them away because they can't take the bag off. I don't know many dealerships that would have taken this and then set it off to the side to get to it. Maybe they would. I'm not 100% sure. So yep, this is it. I'm going to have Scott continue tearing everything off, all the LEDs, get all the old audio stuff out, so that way we can get to the repairing process, we can get to the repairing of the bags, the wiring and everything, and get this bike done and out the door for y'all. So we'll keep y'all posted. So real quick here, we got Scott. This is how we fix these issues. As you can see, you keep on, Scott. The previous shop just decided to twist and solder tin wires on here, so we don't feel comfortable just cutting this and wrapping it with electrical tape as it was already done. So what we're doing is we're cutting the wire there, we're repinning it and putting it into the proper Molex connector to ensure there's no failures there, and then we'll retest the tape it up. That's just part of what we do to ensure these bikes are put back together properly. Here, because this is smashed, we'll inspect those wires. And this one, we'll probably do the same thing. We'll just cut it. We have the pins for that as well. So just another thing that we do differently. Real quick before we get buttoning this up, no, this is not ready yet, but what I wanted to show y'all is up here, because we're about to put this cover back on. So here's our DSP. It's the ARC Audio PSM Pro. We've modified this bracket back here, and we are now using the Cicada FLX 1400.4. So our Anderson connector has changed here, so we're gonna route the wires this way, loop them back a little bit. All this will get cleaned up. I just wanted to show you this top piece up here. So then with the RCAs being longer now, they are tucked over there. And then underneath our seat, we got all of our wiring running down the backbone. That is all closed up. Our ground wire tucks below here, goes over there. The 1/0 ground goes from there around there to back here. We've got our speaker wire coming here out that side over there. He has the air horn, so we zip tied up nice and neat, put it over here. We moved the fuse holder over to here. I just got to print that bracket to hold it in. We had to modify it because of this. And then as you can see, our wiring and stuff is sitting right here. So that will all plug back in, utilize that. We've got our lid sitting here, our Davidson Audio lids, paint matched, CM 8.4 X's with the Cicada billet grills. Closes nice and neat. Don't worry about the packing peanuts. That's a different video. We'll have either dropped that or not. The lowers, the CXX8s, CXX 5.25 in the fairing. This thing sounds amazing. We're gonna do a basic tune on it, but I wanted to show you all where we were at currently on it, so that way, as we get it put back together, y'all don't get upset that we didn't do more footage of it. Before we get this fairing completely on here, I'm gonna show you real quick, it all tightened up. Now, no matter how good of a job you do on Chieftains, they always look like they're in disarray. The previous shop or whoever did this, they are missing this piece. Typically this harness is brought down a little bit and pushed in. We also had extensive repair on the OEM harness to do. So we try to get it the best we can, get it as tight up here as we can, free up room here for the headlight. But as you can see, Anderson connector up here. We got our speaker, or that's our preamp harness. Our speaker connector is up here. Everything's up out of the way, have plenty of room for everything to move. That's all done up in there. We've already got this up here. So now it's just time to get the fairing back on. We got a 3D print, a new fuse holder mount right here to scoot it back. And then we're ready to rock and roll, and we'll let y'all hear it because this thing sounds great. I'm not gonna lie, out of all the Indian Chieftains and Roadmasters that we've done, outside of our shop bike here, okay? Let's say this, out of the customer installs that we have done and packages we put together, this one by far is my favorite. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you own an Indian Chieftain or Roadmaster, this is a package that you're not gonna wanna sleep on. And yes, got my sunglasses. We're in the shade for a second. It's hot in Florida. It's actually sun shining. This bike right here, my favorite 6-speaker package. And I've had a lot of questions from customers about lowers. I'm telling you right now, just get the Dirty Bird 8-inch lowers. These things are awesome. The way they sit, everything, the fit, function, everything. Do yourself a favor and get a pair. This new audio package right here is the most well-balanced system that we can provide you with the mids that you guys are asking for the vocals that you guys are asking for. This right here, by far, is my favorite audio package for this Chieftains and Roadmasters. Let's flip you around. We've showed you guys a lot of the stuff behind the scenes. Now it's time to show you the bike when it's done, what the customer has on it, this still works with, let you listen to it, and I want to see what the customer thinks this weekend. He's picking it up on Sunday, and I'm going to drop this video on Monday, which is, you guys are going to be watching this on Monday. The customer picked it up yesterday. So let me show you the bike, let you listen to it, and see what his thoughts are. This bike right here is a mixture of, let's say, 4 companies, all right? Davidson Audio, obviously, for all the wiring, the mounts, and those 8-inch lids. Dirty Bird Customs for the lowers right there. Arc Audio, PSM up here, and the rest of it, Cicada Audio. Amplifier, all 6 speakers. So yes, we changed it up on this bike. We've already showed you Arc Audio PSM Pros up here underneath the glove box beyond the ride command. Cicada Audio FLX 1400.4. That amplifier is a beast. It fits right in the location we've been putting the 1200.4. This is the second customer we've done this for. We're getting them out there to see just how well they do. I think they're going to do amazing. I can't keep on. This system sounds so darn good because Cicada Audio CXX 5.25 right there. The brand new Cicada Audio CXX8. Big shout out to my man Justin. He pushed for that speaker so much, and I'm so glad. I was hesitant at first, but I'm so glad he did. That thing performs so darn well. Sounds amazing. Just an amazing speaker. Here, Cicada Audio CM 8.2X. That's the coax, or that's the, sorry, carbon fiber mid-bass 8. And if you watched our video that we dropped Friday, they're in those OEM saddlebags with that lid. We measured these in the video. That is just over 1 cubic foot. Those things get down on that amplifier because the 1 and 2, first channel is the left fairing, lower fairing. Channel 2 is right fairing, lower fairing. And you got channel 3 and channel 4. So we're sending all the power we can to these 8s, telling you the system sounds amazing. With that being said, let me stop talking. Let's listen to this system and then see what the customer thinks.
Not by power, not by power,
been the one make the rain come through. I was broken gracefully until he elevated me. Took the wheel from A to Z. He doing things I can't believe. God put me on, don't hate on me. Jesus Christ said wait on me. I waited.
Will the Lord forgive me if I kill the beat? Would it be a sin if I had did it for the Trinity? Jesus said that we should have affection for our enemies. Then he flipped the tables, think I'm picking up the rest. I get it. I just drop hot coals on a hater hat. Mindless, and I'm just spineless. I'm not trying to light in Nashville, where you find us. Headed in the middle of the city like a Ryman. Rare life, looking like gold, real Leviathan. Hope chip, fish, didn't need Poseidon. I don't pop a pill, I need a verse, not a Vicodin. Feeling like Daniel Cormier in a lion's den. The dog out Simba, the backwoods like they called out Timber. Had a hater tell me that the tribe's not the best, man, that's feeling like a stretch, and you not that limbo. Everything I love, that's a reach.
Idiot, tribe say lies but kill rappers, y'all some hypocrites. That's my bad, when I'm with the gang, I get belligerent. I'd rather tame them all up on my taxes, let's get into it. Sometimes I be wildin', demons want to decapitate the kid, why he smiling? I don't fight king, this could really get violent. Drop a low blow, found out they had a highway. I really bright light, I'm a wise guy.
Wake up, the time is come. Don't rest, don't wait, it has begun. Ready to up in the praise. Good down is full. Good up, is overcome.
This bike is all wrapped up, and again, this is by far my favorite setup now for the Indian Chieftain and Roadmasters. I'm telling you, if you want the best on this bike that blows power band out of the water in quality base, everything, this is it right here. Y'all have waited for it. The Indian Chieftains and Roadmasters is here. Get it now. Let's go. The customer is here to pick up his beautiful Indian Chieftain. As we've told you before, this is one of our favorite setups now. We're actually going to convert, I told the customer, we're converting our shop Chieftain to this same setup, but we'll obviously have sealed imported bags. We'll have the dual lamps. So he's been patient with us. He came all the way down again from Maryland to come pick his bike up. So we're going to see what his thoughts are on his system and in dealing with us and let them get back on the road as they're going all the way back to Maryland today.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you, Brandon, for making this bike what it should have been. I've been to at least 3. This is my 3rd stop to get the sound system worked on. And by far, you've exceeded my expectation on the system on this bike. At the end of the day, I mean, I couldn't be more grateful to have actually found you in your shop from all the way up there, because I've looked at a lot of different locations and options, and I was drawn to you by some of your videos and the fact that just with your knowledge of these machines, you know, not only the sound system, but how the bike operates, the full 9. Again, just I'm very grateful that I have this particular setup. You gave me different options, and I decided to go with this option, and I'm definitely grateful for it. Awesome. It's amazing. And I can't wait to get on it, you know, when I get back to Maryland and get some seat time to work on the weekends to Ocean City.
Awesome.
And all that. So,
well, I appreciate you. He entrusted us with the bike. Like I said, it was all conversations over the phone and email. And he even entrusted us. I told him, I was like, hey, we kind of want to use your bike for a R&D situation as we're trying out new amplifiers. As y'all know, we absolutely love a relationship with Cicada. So again, this bike right here, 1400.4 with the PSM Pro, all Cicada speakers. So we tried their amplifier, their brand new CXX 8.4s. Big shout out for Justin, home run speaker. Can't thank Cicada enough for the innovation that they have in providing us with the equipment we need to make these customers happy. So thank you all so much. If you're in the market for the best aftermarket audio solution for your Indian, as you can see, we've got a couple of them. We even have a bunch of Harleys. We've got the 23.5, 24 plus road glides here, because guess what? We thrive on complicated, we thrive on challenges, and as he said, we know these bikes inside and out. So if you need it, let us know. We'd love to have you all come down to beautiful Panama City, Florida to come check us out and get your bike done right the first time. with the best warranty in the industry, and make sure you all are happy with your investment the first time. So God bless all of you. Ride safe. Have a great day.